Okay, 322 is this weekend coming up. A week away. Let's start picking the fights. The co-main event, Shevchenko versus Zhang. Let me say this about Valentina Shevchenko. She very much looked like the greatest mixed martial artist of all time for a woman in many of her bouts. And where does that come from? It's the same place that made Anderson Silva look like the greatest mixed martial arts fighter of all time in his bouts. He had a really advanced striking situation built on traditional martial arts. For Anderson, he was a Taekwondo black belt before he ever went into Muay Thai, and it made his kicks absolutely, completely accurate. Shevchenko had some type of traditional training. I don't know what style of karate. Taekwondo wasn't huge in Russia, but there are various styles that were bigger. I'd love to dig into that, but sometimes they hide it, right? Like they didn't bill Anderson Silva ever as a Taekwondo fighter. That's not cool in modern MMA. They build him as a Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu fighter. And what Anderson had enough Jiu-Jitsu to compete with those guys, mainly so he wouldn't be down there. And if he got down there, he could get up, right? Like a sort of a more advanced Chuck Liddell version of Jiu-Jitsu for the time. Shevchenko obviously picked up Jiu-Jitsu at some point as well. But what is happening? Either Valentina is slipping, if you want to look at it that way, or the women are finally catching up to her, which is exactly what happened to Anderson Silva. You know, people are more well-rounded. People have studied the arts that make up the components of MMA more and more. And I'm not saying that anybody went back to traditional roots. The one thing about traditional training is it takes a lot of time. And even in jiu-jitsu, they see this, right? Like Ralph Gracie's guys in San Francisco, you see, you got to be a black belt before you fight MMA. Well, and I've said this, and I've smiled 1,000 times. There's literally almost no correlation between having a black belt in gi jiu-jitsu and fighting in an MMA fight. But that's the way they see it because that's their tradition and that's their roots. And I fully appreciate that because across that time of training, you will learn many things that will be beneficial in a fight. And by the way, that goes for karate training as well, except they don't know it because they're not karate guys. So the question really is Zhang, one thing I don't like about the matchup for Valentina is Zhang is very short. She will take Valentina down if Valentina starts doing too many of those traditional kicks that she has her roots in. I think Valentina will game plan good enough. She didn't against, God, I forget her, Alexis Grasso, right? The Mexican fighter. That's why she lost her title. Until that spin back kick, just like that spin hook kick Chris Weidman did against the Rockhold, Valentina was up in that fight. And after that, she lost it. Spin kicks are great, guys, but they got to be timed perfectly. I got a great back kick. I used it all the time to great effect, but you got to try not to throw it too early, and you got to try to throw it not when you're too tired. It's got to be just right. Listen, my personal opinion, Valentina's been around a long time. I think like Anderson Silva, this is her time to fall. I got Zhang in this fight. Everybody like and follow for more on The Fight Game.